Market conditions seem to shift at times so quickly. Even leadership in organizations, the new CEO comes in and suddenly that job that you've been hugging that felt so safe and secure like a blankie is in jeopardy. What am I addressing? There are many executives in our sphere, possibly a few listening today, who are in role and are wondering, Sharon, how can I stay ready? Ready for what? For my next step, for my next opportunity. I might not be looking today, but how do I kind of nuance this so that I've got the
Yeah.
job I have, but I'm sort of making myself ready to move forward? What would you advise they do?
I would tell you the number one thing I would do is have a relationship with a good recruiter in your space. And just share that with them. I mean, I have a lot of people that have been very clear. I only want to hear about X. I always tell the story. My favorite story is I had this gentleman, and he said the only thing I'd ever be interested in is being an owner. If you could come to me with ownership potential, then I'd be interested. So it was like 6 years. And I called him and I said, I have it. And he goes, you have what? And I said, I have your opportunity. I said, I have ownership. And he goes, no, you don't. And I go, yeah, I do. He interviewed, and I still, why I remember this story is I did the I'm going to give birth clothes because I went into labor that night and I said, George, you have got to accept this job because I'm going to go into labor and I need to be able to tell them you're accepting. And he accepted, and 2 hours later, I went into labor. So that's why I remember that. But that's, I mean, having that relationship helps you that that person, you're on their radar. So, and I would simply do this. Here's the things that I want to hear about. I'm not in an active job search, but I am a bit concerned because I think they're either going to sell the company, all the signs are there, or we've got a new leader, verdicts out whether we think the values are still in alignment with why I joined this organization. So here's what I want to tell you. If there's anything that you think would be the next right move for me, I want to hear about it. I might say no, and I hope you're okay with that, but I want to hear about it because I am interested in being in the network right now because I just don't know what's going to happen. And those are the people I provide opportunities to them probably every other week. And a lot of times they say, that's not me. Okay, no harm, no foul, but at least they know about it. And invariably we find exactly the right one and then they make a move.